There are two N words, and you can't use either of them.
So if we have troops on the ground in Chicago, is that literally Civil War?
If you walk into a Mormon church, all you see is Freemasonic allegory and metaphors and symbols.
I don't know, bro. You gotta understand that I'm sus about these things.
Oh, okay.
Part the B side for this afternoon will be 21.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Well, I guess to start it off, what are we drinking today? Are you doing a sober episode? You got a drink?
Well, it's actually. Well, I'm. The funny that you asked that, I got a little. I pre-gamed a little something extra.
Oh hell.
And anyway, but we still got. It's ironic that we have Venezuela rum because Trump is literally today declared pretty much war on Venezuela.
Oh,
so,
well, I have different. Damn, we got a bunch of Trump stories. I have 2 Trump stories. I didn't even hear about Venezuela. I think the other thing he did is probably a bigger story. Maybe, I don't know. But
I don't know.
We just got a little, keeping it with the classic. Don't want to get too crazy. We got a little Keystone Light action. Got a little beer. Got a little light domestic beer. You know how it is. Nothing crazy. We're not doing the liquor.
I'm actually a little crazy. I'm microdosing right now.
Yeah, I'm not doing the liquor. I'm trying to keep my eye on the ball. You know what I mean? So apparently, Trump declared peace in the Middle East. That's the story. Did you hear about that?
Yep, I heard about that, and I actually wanted to talk about that.
Straight
the
up
caveat
peace in the Middle
is,
East.
the Gaza wants a peace deal, wants to release the hostages, and all that fun stuff. But there is a caveat that's not shown here, and the caveat is if they don't, I guess, give the hostages back by 7:00 Sunday, he will order a full-scale destruction of Gaza. Like it's going to be no holds bars. Gaza's over. Like it's done.
Well, right here, but you see right here from the White House Twitter account, peace in the Middle East. It says it right there on the White House Twitter account. Just right there.
I know, but go to Breitbart.
Hold on. Let's go through the docs. Let's go through the docs here real quick, okay? As we discussed off air, I'm kind of out of RAM. I need to download more RAM on my computer, so we're not going to get crazy with the tabs, okay? We'll go through this tab first.
Maybe you could see mine. Can I show my screen?
No, but I can't. No, you're going to fuck up. No, don't share your screen with me, because then it's going to mess up my recording of our faces, okay?
All right.
We're on a shoestring budget here, folks. Okay, we can't do complicated things like that. So right here, I think, this is the statement from. So this is Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Hey,
Hamas has agreed to Trump's plan, agreeing to finally release the hostages. This war must end. Too many people have been. Okay, let's read the statement from Hamas here. Important statement on Hamas's response. I thought this was their response. Anyway, out of keenness to because it's kind of written like it's from them. Out of keenness to end the aggression and genocide being carried out against our steadfast people. Yeah, so I think this is written from them, I guess.
Yeah.
In the Gaza Strip and stemming from national responsibility and in defense of the constant rights and higher interests of our people and the Islamic resistance movement, Hamas has conducted in-depth consultations with its leadership. Okay. After thorough study, the movement has made its decision and conveyed the following response to the mediators. Hamas appreciates the Arab, Islamic, and international efforts as well as the efforts of U.S. President Donald Trump, calling for an end to the war on the Gaza Strip, the exchange of prisoners. See how they say prisoners instead of hostages? That's why it's got to be from them, right? They say the prisoners, not the hostages. They're prisoners.
They're really vacationers.
Yeah, they're really just kind of having a little tourist.
Vacationers.
Yeah, no big deal. The immediate entry of aid, the rejection of the occupation of the Strip, and the rejection of the displacement of our Palestinian people from it. So that's part of Israel's side of the bargain, I gather from this.
Right.
Within this framework and in a manner that achieves an end to the war and a full withdrawal from the Strip, the movement announces its approval of releasing all occupation prisoners, both living and remains. Concerning. Okay. That's a concern.
Yeah, prisoners that are dead. Yeah, okay.
Prisoners and remains. It's like...
Yeah.
According to the exchange formula contained in Trump's proposal, with the necessary field conditions for implementing the exchange, in this context, the movement affirms its readiness to immediately enter through the mediators into negotiations. So they're getting into negotiations. It's basically, and also I like here it says this movement, the movement also reaffirms to approval to hand over the administration of the Gaza Strip to a Palestinian body of independence, technocrats. It's like they had
Interesting.
Well, it's the way they're wording it. I think this is a statement from Hamas. That's what it says on the bottom.
Yeah,
Based on,
when you translate it, it's I gotcha.
It's odd.
Strange.
As for other issues included in Trump's proposal concerning the future of Gaza and the inalienable rights of the Palestinian people, this is tied to a collective national position and in accordance with relevant international laws and resolutions to be discussed within a comprehensive Palestinian national framework in which Hamas will be included and will contribute with full responsibility. So it sounds like they're saying they're going to play ball.
That, and also, see, there's something going on here within this document. It's the Hamas is framing for a Palestinian state. If they frame their response in this way, they can start to obtain a sort of consensus. There is a Palestinian state.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Hamas will contribute to the Palestinian national framework.
Yeah, this is not a one-state agreement. This is a two-state agreement.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is there is no Palestinian state is what I'm trying to say. But they're using this as a legality international framework to that way other countries can recognize that there is a Palestinian state.
Well, that's the only way this ends without wiping out all of them. That's the only way it ends is two-state.
Yeah.
That's it. So, I mean,
I agree.
You gotta.
I agree.
If you're them, you gotta do that.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. So, but there's a caveat.
What's the
caveat? And that's why I wanted you. The caveat was on Breitbart News. Okay. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it to you.
You go ahead and read it.
Yeah, I'll just look it up and just take my word for it. I know a guy, you know.
You know Mr. Breitbart.
I know Mr. Breitbart personally. Okay, so Al Jazeera reported Friday that Hamas delivered its response to President Donald Trump peace plan. The response did not apparently include an agreement to disarm, a core Israeli-American demand. However, the prospect of releasing all the hostages, if real, would create real pressure for a compromise. It is possible that the deal could be struck on or around the second anniversary of the Hamas terror attack that began the war. The attack also occurred on the last day of this, blah, blah, blah. But the caveat is if they don't do it by 7 o'clock on Sunday, they're just gonna wipe everybody out.
Mm.
Yeah. So I don't know where the hook did I just read that at terror group deadline? Okay. Gave the terror group a deadline of 6 o'clock p.m. on Sunday, or else face total destruction. That's like, yeah. Sorry, I read over that really fast. Yeah. So, but that's pretty much the caveat there. So they've got to comply, with this, giving back the prisoners, the vacationers,
yeah,
off their vacation, and we'll see. And in lieu of that, we've got everything heating up in Venezuela, like so hot. So like we've just shot the fourth boat down, the fourth drug boat.
Okay.
On top of that, Trump's just announced full-scale war on drug cartels. Also, and that means, of course, they recognize Maduro as a drug cartel. That his administration is a drug cartel. Period. Okay. They do not recognize Maduro as the legitimate leader of Venezuela.
So they're just saying straight up he's in on it, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, like okay. they don't consider Maduro's regime a legitimate regime, and they consider he is a drug lord.
Okay.
And Trump just announced he is at full-scale war on drug cartels, period.
Yeah.
Not just in Venezuela. So, and here's another thing that's going on too. So, military is preparing to seize ports and airfields in Venezuela. Right now, there's military drills in Puerto Rico. So this is about to get hot and kinetic, like next week. Like this is some serious shit.
Damn. Okay.
President also when he tweeted out, he says declares not. So what he said was non-international armed conflict with Latin American terrorist organizations. Drug cartels are terrorist organizations.
Wait, non-international armed how could it not be?
That's just a nice flowery way of saying we are not at war with any nation state. we're at war with a terrorist organization. See what I'm saying? It's kind of it's the language.
They're not declaring war with Venezuela. They're at war with these specific cartels.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, okay.
So, that's how it's being framed. And I think, what do you think about this, brother?
I mean, it seems like these other countries, it sounds very kind of to say that these other countries need our help dealing with these cartels. It sounds very, America, Team America type shit. I kind of don't know how to feel about it because part of me wants to be like, okay, like the part of me that's like, I've said this in other episodes, we need to stop sending money to Israel, Ukraine, blah, 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 blah. So we're using our money to fight these foreign crime organizations. And so part of me is like, why are we dealing with this, right? Because it's kind of their problem. But the other part is they're coming here, and it seems almost impossible to stop. Yeah, through fentanyl and organized crime, that kind of shit. It seems impossible to stop it coming over completely. So we got to get it at the source. So I'm kind of,
Here's what I think. If I was a president and I just got done freshly reading the Prince by Machiavelli for the 800th time. Okay, so I think all this is the correct move. This is why. One, you have to project. We have been projecting power for the first. Like when we were talking to Russia to stop the Ukraine war.
Yeah,
that was a nice. Trump, I really feel like wanted to end that war and turn it around, but Putin, I think, was just buying time. And when Trump realized that, we became, when he changed the Department of Defense to the Department of War, that means we're about to go to war, period. When he sends troops into these cities that are, we'll just say Antifa is a terrorist organization now.
Yeah.
So our National Guard has become a reactionary, like anti-terrorist riot control, pretty much. The reason why you have to kind of, because when you have a war footing, you have to have a very galvanized, homogenized society.
Yeah.
That makes any sense. Okay, so we're there. Okay. And having that, this is going to actually lead into what else I want to talk about. But after that, China is, demoralizing America through all the drugs and the fentanyl through the Latin American.
They supply precursors and stuff and like fake documents and stuff. China does, and I think India. I don't know. Maybe we need to fact check. But I think, so these other countries.
I'm not so sure India, but China's behind the fentanyl trade.
Yeah,
and China uses the drug cartels to kind of just. And the drug cartels are like, sure, we just want to make fucking money. We don't care.
It's a win-win. They get money selling the precursors, and it fucks us up. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, exactly. So, so in a way, I mean, trust me, when it came to weapons of mass destruction, I wasn't on board. When it came to other things, remember, this is like War on Drugs 2.0.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like weird because the CIA was always dealing with drugs.
But the original War on Drugs was kind of focusing on the users of the drugs. So I think this is more
that and other things too, right? You're right.
Yeah, but that's kind of was the vibes of it, correct? Because that was kind of like the just say no type shit. This is going after the manufacturers, suppliers, peddlers, things like that, not just like shaming people and like
It's tough for me to find any, like I found, like when the Russia-Ukraine war started, I found some empathy for Russia and why they invaded. Okay, but having that said, I mean, I'm as of now, and the way Russia's conducting themselves, flying into like Estonia and Poland and Latvia and Denmark with military drones. No, dude, like you got lost in the sauce. So having that said,
because some people were saying like because the main thing was like Ukraine joining NATO, some people were like, oh, why was this invasion happening? And it's like, well, you remember the Cuban Missile Crisis? That's kind of what they were dealing with, where they're setting up shop right next door,
Yeah.
So people could be like, all right, I kind of, but now it's just like, brother, please, like, no.
Yeah. At this point, it's kind of one of those things where when that momentum starts of paranoia on each side, and everyone's going to preemptively think that someone else is going to escalate. So you have to escalate more to escalate, and they escalate because they think you're going to escalate. Like it starts to get out of control.
It's a feedback loop.
And everything becomes compartmentalized. Like that general's doing this, got this information, and I mean, of course, information travels faster and is more more centralized now than ever before. But that thing, it's a cycle, and then momentum just starts to kick off. Yeah. Having that said, when it comes to Venezuela and Maduro, I've got no love for fucking Maduro, man. I don't think anyone's got.
Every time on the show you bring up Venezuela, I'm like, bro, I'm so far. Fuck, I don't.
Maduro is a socialist. He is a. I mean, what Trump's or what this administration says about Maduro is correct. He is a drug cartel leader. Like, make no mistake about it. Like everything they say, it's true about him. And he, did you know that the poverty level in Venezuela for people is like 90% of people in Venezuela are under the poverty line? Like it's that bad. Yeah. And he, they've had like I said, there was a big thing. I don't know, maybe 4+ years ago, somebody beat Maduro in a fair election, but he just kind of silenced him and he said, I guess the guy was exiled or some shit. So
we ain't doing
Maduro is not. Fuck. Yeah, Maduro is not a good dude. Like he's a bad dude.
Not a good dude.
So I don't have any love for him. My only objection maybe to is just more foreign intervention where we can't afford it, kind of thing. But dude, we have to. I really do believe it's peace through strength. And Maduro is somewhat of a line to Russia. It's actually sort of a signal to Russia. It's a signal to the world. Don't fuck with us. We have to be on a war footing. Once we get on a war footing, and like it's kind of like, okay, if we know we're gonna have a fight with Mike Tyson tomorrow, we know we're gonna fight Mike Tyson in a couple months. Well, we're gonna fight the biggest dude in the gym first to warm up, if that makes any sense. So we have to get back on that. I mean, if you're thinking objectively and you're thinking like Pete Hegseth or somebody, you've got to get everybody ready. You got to get them. You got to get everything in motion. So that's the idea behind all that.
Speaking of that, Pete Hegseth and talking about I want to look at this. Did you look at any of the Quantico address with Pete Hegseth and Trump?
I did, yeah.
Did you? Okay. Well, I kind of want to take a little peek. We're gonna take a little peek at that. We're gonna take a little peeky peek at that. The Quantico address. I got some timestamps. Oh, there's an ad. We got to watch an ad for who the hell is this? Paleo Valley.
Right. So, and when I was a little girl, I was on the swim team. What?
Get your paleo sticks right here.
Oh, she loves those beef sticks, bro. They always got the hot chick talking about the beef sticks, how much they love them. She's got 2 fingers up. Yeah, she likes them. Okay.
Oh, we can skip. The skip already came up. Okay.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Let me look at my timestamps here. This is like a 3-hour video, dude. We ain't got time for all that.
Oh yeah, dude.
We ain't got time for all that.
Let's go back and forth through time time travelers.
This is the first thing that kind of stood out to me. Right here. Okay. Where were we at? 5:45. 5:45. There it is.
We are the strength part.
Can you hear it?
Of peace through strength.
Turn it up a little bit.
And either we're ready to win or we are not.
Okay.
You see, this urgent moment, of course, requires more troops, more munitions, more drones, more Patriots, more submarines, more B-21 bombers. It requires more innovation, more AI in everything.
More AI.
More AI.
This is literally the start of Skynet right here, brother.
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, it's almost like AI is like the today's nuclear bomb race. Yeah,
or as Trump likes to call it, the N-word. We don't talk about the N-word. Yeah,
it's such a buzzword at this point. It's almost like, in a way, don't get me wrong, AI is, I mean, you can't, like, everyone's afraid of AI. Everyone's talking about AI.
Yeah.
AI is, I could see, like, there's another, like, Sora 2 came out a couple days ago. And I've seen,
I have some stuff saved for, I don't know if we'll get to it till the B-side.
The videos are insane, bro. So it's going to definitely change our lives in so many ways that we're not really ready for.
Yeah.
So... But in a way, I feel like maybe the White House or just the government itself is like the biggest VC fundraiser for AI. Like everyone's AI. That's like, oh god, it's like way over. Like, is this thing overhyped or what? Are we?
Yeah, and then he calls out some people in the military here. I think it's kind of funny. I think this is the timestamp.
Well, let's go.
He calls out some people.
These
Always
tests,
got the hands.
they'll look familiar. They'll resemble the Army Expert Physical Fitness Assessment
Yeah,
or the
okay.
Marine
I've
Corps
heard of this.
Combat Fitness Test. I'm also directing that warfighters in combat jobs execute their service fitness test at a gender-neutral, age-normed male standard scored above 70%.
Thank God.
It all starts with physical fitness and appearance. If the Secretary of War can do regular, hard
Let's be
PT,
sexist again, please.
so can every member of our joint force.
I don't mean that sarcastically
Frankly,
either.
it's tiring to look out at combat
Here it
formations
is.
or really any formation and see fat troops.
He's talking
Likewise,
about
it's
the
completely
fatties, bro.
unacceptable to see fat generals and
Hey,
admirals in
you
the halls
ain't
of the
get good
Pentagon.
news, brother. You ain't going to
And
war,
leading
so
man
don't
to honor
worry
the
about
freedom.
it.
That's a bad look.
And then he
It is
says,
bad.
to say what
Good
you were
news.
saying. That's kind of my opinion on like female soldiers and stuff is like, as long as the standards are the same, because people go, oh, well, I mean, there's plenty of women that are just as strong as these men. It's like, yeah, there are outliers in a group, but like, it shouldn't be
Yeah.
two separate standards. It should be,
Yeah.
okay, in order to be an effective soldier, you have to run a mile in this time. Regardless, so if you can run a mile in that time, you're good. If you can do X amount of push-ups or
Acceptable.
whatever the standards are, as
acceptable.
long as you're at the standard, there you go.
I just love it. This is somewhat of a segue into the whole. You know, a feminist wants to take a man's job, wants to make more than a man. You know, wants to be the man of the house. But
Yeah.
as soon as you want to draft him and put on the front line, they ain't a man anymore. Like,
like,
that's
hold up.
It just like
Wait a
whoa,
minute.
whoa, I guess we're not equal. You know, it's like
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait a minute.
So anyway.
Now, I kind of this is the kind of part where I kind of started to fall asleep, so I kind of want to move forward to the Trump stuff. I want to get forward to
Yeah.
the Trump stuff. Okay.
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
Because we can. Pighead says it's cool.
All right. So this part I did not like. I did not like from our boy DJ. We showed a Trump W.
DJ.
My boy DJ T.
Oh,
okay?
DJ. Yeah.
My boy
Yeah,
DJ T.
DJ T.
We did a Trump W, so now I'm going to do in my opinion is a Trump L to balance it out. Okay.
All right.
We had
all
some
right,
Trump
let's-
W's. Now we got to get a Trump. Oh, let's see. An hour 12:20.
You're way 12. Oh. Almost
Yeah,
there. Right there.
In this
Hey,
clip,
right there is close.
in this clip, they left in like the bit between them. There was like 40 minutes of people just like clapping and walking around, going to the
Oh,
bathroom.
Jesus.
There's a lot of dead space in here. I guess this is it.
Little pat on the back. Fuck outta Man.
Thank you very much, Pete.
Thank
Great
you.
job you're doing, too. Fantastic job. I've never
Fantastic.
walked into a room so silent before. This is very... Don't laugh. Don't laugh. You're not allowed to do that. You know what? Just have a good time. And if you want to applaud, you applaud. And if you want to do anything you want, you can do anything you want. And if you don't like what I'm saying, you can leave the room. Of course, there goes your rank. There goes your future. But you...
I didn't like that.
He's
I
being
don't-
silly.
He's kind of
but
being
that's-
silly,
know-
but I don't like that. So, like, these are the motherfuckers, maybe not literally in the trenches, but these are the dudes who are, like, this kind of stuff going after the cartels and all this shit, potentially going into
No, I get
Chicago.
you.
These are the dudes running. You're going to be like, even to joke about, if you don't like what I'm saying, I'm getting rid of you. Like, I'm going to punish you if you don't like what I'm saying. Like, that was icky to me. You could argue he's kind of being silly, but I think it's
understand that.
icky.
I understand that angle. I do. But it does sound like he was being. You're right. I mean, sometimes you know when you're joking, you could be cryptically.
Especially when you're the president. You know, it's like if a coworker of yours makes like a joke, it's one thing, but when your boss is saying something, it's a little.
Oh,
This is
you're-
literally
you're-
the commander in chief, right? And he's like, yeah, if you're not in line with me, I'm gonna destroy your rank is gone. You're done, dude. Yeah, I didn't like that, but yeah, it's
No,
weird.
I
It's
will
weird.
say this. Just another caveat to think about. This is military, and military personnel. They're under different. You know, they're a property of the government.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be honest.
Any
Okay,
military
that's
dude will
not-
tell you that. Yeah.
You know, so hierarchy is you're whoever's the commander in chief, you do what you're fucking told, and guess what? That's literally the
Yeah.
commander in chief. So they're just doing their job. I don't know. To
Yeah.
me, it is a different world. he was trying to cut up a little bit. I'm pretty sure he didn't think this through. He's ad-libbing here.
But also, you want these guys to tell you when you're wrong. That's kind of their job. Is you're like, oh, I want to do this. Well, we're the ones with the military experience. We actually think instead of going like this, you should go like this. You know, that's kind of their. So you don't want them to be scared to tell you that you're wrong. I think that's part of. I
agree, but
yeah, that's not a good thing when the people on the ground are afraid to tell their boss that something needs to change.
I honestly think he does have that sort of relationship with his with like Hegseth and other generals that he trusts.
Yeah,
I think he does. I don't know. I don't look too deep into that. I know where you're coming from, but it is Trump. And sometimes, he is the king of hyperbole and a Hungarian assault. It's our boy DJ.
It's our boy DJT. You know how it is.
So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I will say it's like if I was on like a scale of worried, I'm like at 1 out of 10. I'm only like at a 4.
Yeah, I think he was playing, but I just thought it was icky. It's something else.
Yeah, it was. Out. Yeah, I understand. Yeah,
I got another.
But I'll tell you, I didn't have a reaction. I didn't have a really gut feeling reaction. I had a more gut wrenching reaction when I saw Charlie Kirk's wife do the the heavy metal sign. When
well, I googled it though. It is the International Sign Language. I love you. It is.
I know. Someone told me that, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I actually felt better about it. I was like, okay, good.
It's like it's I love you in American Sign.
Yeah, because the thumb is out, not in. Because she was doing that. And I'm like, she had a Slayer concert or something. Like, we had the fireworks. Like,
this is just kind of funny. But I figured I'd show it.
And it was really a stupid person that works for him mentioned the word nuclear. I moved a submarine or two. I won't say about the two. Over to the coast of Russia, just to be careful, because we can't let people throw around that word.
He's tired, man. He's tired.
I call it the N word. There are 2 N words, and you can't use either of them. Can't use either of them.
This is a good bit, but yeah, he's tired. This is not first round Donnie tired. Here. This is 12th round Donnie, dude. I'm worried about our boy right here. He's got 3 more years, dog. I don't know.
He'll be all right. If Biden can make it in the state he was in, are you fucking kidding me?
I don't know, Trump might be too proud to take the Adderall and shit, the concoction they were giving Joey Boy.
He's well, honestly, have you seen the videos of his IV brews?
Yes. Yeah, and he has makeup on. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got that IV going. He's got that IV going. He's got the electrolytes. He does.
So he's it's rough, man.
It's rough. He's
getting
just
up there. The last presidential campaign trail, he got shot at.
Yeah, got right back up.
Point where literally
got right back up.
Hold on a second. Ad. Okay, continue.
Oh, Jesus, motherfucker.
Continue.
Anyway, it's just you could tell he's.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you I wouldn't do any better at my state in my life right now. I'll be totally honest with you. He's still there with us. He's not like in Biden land where he's
looking around. Hush up, boy.
Not yet, anyway.
Hush up, boy. Like, woo! Hush up, boy.
Hush up, boy. Hush up, boy.
Let the president speak for a second.
All right, my bad.
For a second.
Fire department. I always put the fire department in because they're great. They're great, and I got 95% of their vote too. That helps.
Yeah, that's high.
When you get 95% of the vote, you always have to mention.
He's just talking shit
but
now.
They're great. And they're brave.
Oh, I got it for a specific reason.
Which we're going to be talking about because it's a big part of war now. It's
talking about the inner cities, big part of war.
The firemen go up on ladders and you have people shooting at them while they're up on ladders. I don't even know if anybody heard that. But
that was the thing. I was listening to this. I was like, what the fuck is he? Is this like they're eating the dogs, eating the cat situation? I remembered, oh shit, that happened. Someone set a fire to lure out firefighters and shoot at them. Because when he said that, I was like, what the fuck is he talking about, bro? And I was like, oh shit, happened. That's right. That's right. Someone set a fire on purpose. Because the way he said it sounded like something they were like climbing up a building and someone was like, huh. But then, I remembered it. Yeah, that's the way he said it. And I was like, and then I remembered, like, shit.
It's just, yes, it did happen, and it was terrible. And it's like, we've been so normalized by this escalation ever since the summer of love.
Yeah.
back in when the lockdowns happened or after the lockdowns happened. Like, we've been so acclimated to this escalating sort of civil strife that we were like, oh my God, yeah, that did happen. So when we finally send in the National Guard into these cities, we're like, is this necessary? And I was like, wait a second, it kind of is necessary.
We're about to get into that shit that he's talking about.
All right.
Something. But together with many of you in the room, we've brought back the fundamental principle that defending the homeland is the military's first and most important priority. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Only in recent decades did politicians somehow come to believe that our job is to police the far reaches of Kenya and Somalia, while America is under invasion from within. We're under invasion from within.
You're right.
No different than a foreign enemy, but more difficult in many ways because they don't wear uniforms. At least when they're wearing a uniform, you can take them out. These people don't have uniforms.
Yeah, when he's talking about like gangbangers and shit in town, it's like, what the fuck do you do? They look like everybody else. Yeah. And while people are trying to make money, sending us all over the world, trying to be a Team America world police type shit.
Which is kind of funny. Well, it's kind of funny he says that because we're about to go to war with Venezuela. Yeah. And you could say that's a sort of another Team America moment.
It's a preventative measure because of the
But so was
drug
weapons of mass destruction. So was all that other shit. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I agree with him.
Not sending money to Israel for that shit.
Right. And we don't have boots on the ground in Iran. We don't have boots on the ground in Gaza. And hopefully we'll never have boots on the ground in Ukraine. So that all makes sense to me. I'm happy about that. Hopefully that doesn't
I'm going to need you to vamp for a second. I'm about to piss my pants. So I'm going to need you to I'm going to need you to pull this one out for me, dog. Pee-pee break.
All right, dog. Well, Rum Dummers, if you made it this far, I just want to say thank you all for being with us. This is trying times for everyone. We're trying to, make some kind of good, funny commentary on what's going on. Somewhat centralist, somewhat on the right, obviously, but we try to give truth where truth is due. We don't try. We try to criticize everyone, even our great leader. So it's tough out there, guys. I would say stay prepared. Stick with your loved ones. Enjoy life. Can I? For a second, I thought I heard him peeing back there. Can we actually hear the pee? Oh my God, that's crazy. Is that even allowed on YouTube? What the fuck is he doing? Oh my God. Jesus, bro. He wasn't lying when he's about to burst. Anyway, guys. Well, I'll try to talk so you guys don't have to hear that. Luckily, no one really watches our show anyway, huh? But to the one guy that's watching our show, just like and subscribe, and that way someone else could have this little bit of rum here. Boop.
Oh yeah.
I think me and the Rum Dummers heard your piss in the bathroom.
Oh, dude, I piss loud as fuck, boy.
Yeah, dude. It sounds like
I'm frying chicken in there, dog.
Yeah, bro. Like I was like listening, like, what the fuck? And I was thinking, is that even allowed on YouTube?
Well, I was actually just emptying my dehumidifier. To break kayfabe.
That's what you kids call it these days.
I was emptying the old dehumidifier. Mm-hmm. We got some more stuff from our boy Donnie here. I missed the timestamp right here. I'm sorry, Mr. President. I fucked up the timestamp. This was the part that I thought was actually a little worrisome. How it was framed.
Some more worrisome.
A little worrisome. I'm a little worrywart. Okay.
Did you watch this whole thing?
I watched the whole thing. In time. Jesus. I watched the whole thing. Oh, except for when they were like, I prepped for the show, motherfucker. I prepped for the goddamn show.
Wow,
Here
bro.
we go.
You're dedicated.
It's really a very important mission. And I told Pete, we should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military.
What?
That's normal, bro. So, like I say, that's not normal in these
training
times.
on civilians.
Well, what I'm saying is, I'm sorry. Well, let me finish my thought here. So, whenever you activate so when Ukraine started its war with Russia, we were learning. It was training grounds for us to see what modern warfare looked like between a nuclear power and a non-nuclear power. okay, and how they intersect, because this nuclear power cannot use nuclear power on the smaller guy,
Yeah.
right? Because it would cause an international conflict.
Yeah.
So their hands are tied behind their back. So what I'm saying is, since we're in a different, this is a sort of a microcosm situation like that, where we're like I said, the National Guard is somewhat of a riot or anti-riot terrorist police force, if you will. And so when they go in there, they're, again, this is that sort of thing that we talked about with the surveillance state, with Palantir. How are they going to use AI in the surveillance state to better effectively target certain citizens and undesirables? That we'll say. And so, I mean, when you're a military person and you have a military operation, not only are you doing the operation, but you're learning. You're always learning. You're always gathering information of how.
Yeah. So you're always training up. The way I heard it when I was watching this, because I watched the whole thing to get our timestamps. When I was watching it, the way I interpret it was a training ground is a place where it's okay to fuck up because you're just training. You're not out in the field. You're just training. So you're saying our cities within the country is the place for you to train your soldiers while you're trying to suss out these gang members, rioters, whatever. That's your place to just train. Like, oopsies, blew up the apartment building. Whoops. That's kind of the flippant vibes I was getting for it that I was upset about.
Well, I mean, he's just being honest. I'm not saying, it's a bad optics to say that, absolutely. But you have to understand, if an operation is going on like this, you're learning as you're doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it is training, but it's like I said, so that's pretty much like what I was talking about with momentum.
Yeah.
We're on a war footing now. So everything we do, every operation and whatever sort of form it manifests itself is a sort of, just like, you could even say that this sort of technically it's a mini war with Venezuela is training.
Yeah.
And that's the point I'm trying to make. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like, we're going to train on these people. But think about it like this: if a Democrat was president, it would have been conservatives that this would be on. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
I guess.
So, not that it makes it. We've flipped it.
But it's a lot harder to really honestly say that. Well, I mean, I guess they do say it, but I'm just that, like, white nationalists are the problem we need to be cracking down on right now. I think it'll be a lot, in my opinion, a lot harder to get an okay on that. So, we need to go after the Klan. Like, really?
But I agree. But the rhetoric, man, the rhetoric was so bad at the end of, like, even at the end of Trump's presidency. Remember when General Milley was like, "I want to learn about white anger."
Oh,
remember all that shit?
Kinda.
It was gross, dude. It was. I mean, it was bullshit, but the rhetoric was garbage.
Yeah.
So
but if you go trying to hunt down the Klan, you're just gonna get a bunch of like rednecks hanging out drinking fucking Miller Lights and shit. Like,
and rum.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what. Or if you go after white nationalists or shit, they're going on the internet. They're dropping N-bombs on Twitter. Yeah. They're not. Nothing's really going on.
Like, that's our resistance, is throwing the N-bomb in Call of Duty. Yeah.
Going in
I think, and luckily, I really think that Antifa doesn't have as organized as they are. Nobody up the higher up, like George Soros and the like, have given them a green light for armed resistance.
It's
obvious.
What about what happened to Charlie Boy? Might not
I mean
Antifa,
on a mass scale.
That's an
assassination.
From Hume Health. We officially do not endorse Hume Health.
Not at all.
No. Look at this nerd.
Oh, I had a good thought, and this fucking thing fucked
the ad. I'm sorry. I don't have YouTube Premium. We don't have the budget for that.
Yeah. Well, okay, so. Yeah, so what I would say is, I was thinking about this today, man. Okay, so the government is shut down right now.
Yeah.
Okay, and
what happened?
So this gives Trump prime time to fire even more federal workers. So you have a growing unemployment just by the fact that we're in a silent recession. No one can afford anything, right? Like you said, we're on a budget. Like we can't afford
YouTube Premium. It's probably like 99 cents a month. I don't know. Or knowing YouTube, it might be $50 a month.
It's dystopia, bro. We can't.
Bro, I got ads.
It's
on
obvious
my fucking
dystopia.
Hulu. My Hulu's got ads. My YouTube's got ads. What the fuck is next?
We can't get our rolls, or DoorDash, it's dystopia, obviously. So but,
I know I have to drive to McDonald's to get it. I can't have somebody just drop it off at my door. We're living in the end times.
Yeah, dude, it's obvious, yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is you're going to have rising unemployment, just naturally in the private sector, and now with these federal workers.
Yeah,
unemployment could really spark. This whole thing could escalate. I'm thinking. I made a prediction that we might have peaked, like full violence from the opposition forces, like the pro-immigration, pro-illegal immigrations, Antifa people, whatever. But I could be wrong. Once this unemployment starts and people start getting even angrier, this could be. And then let's say World War III starts with Russia. We go connect with Russia.
Well, if we go nuclear, it's all over. There's no. That's it.
Well, I mean, let's say we're gonna go connect with Venezuela next week.
Yeah.
So let's just say something escalates in the Ukraine-Russia area.
Yeah.
This escalates. All of a sudden, we're on a war footing. There's a lot of unemployed people. AI, like we really get that stock. We finally get that stock market crash.
Yeah.
That it's on the way. It's not. We're not even 6 months away from that. I believe, at least a year at most. So we're gonna get this huge 2008 .com crash. AI will be a next bubble. Now, don't get me wrong. AI will continue to evolve and become part of our lives. But just like the .com bubble got rid of all the shitty .com sites, and then the internet still, became part of our society. That'll happen with AI. All these other AI companies that just don't mean anything will just fall, and then the good ones will, rise from the ashes. It's just when you have unemployment that's like really high, you're really going to foment a lot of discord.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And dissent. It could be a powder keg.
And if you got like with this going on in like Chicago, so we talked about it one of the last episodes. We were talking about, technically, is this civil war? Is this civil war? And we we looked up the definition, and it's a war between citizens of the same state, right?
Pretty general.
So if we have troops on the ground in Chicago, is that civil war time? Is that literally speaking civil war? Like
technically, yes. Yes. Because see, like, when the American Revolution happened, people didn't realize it was a war. Actually, Tim Pool made this argument or this statement the other day, where there was one of the first battles in the Civil War. People were still picnicking on battlegrounds because they still hadn't realized. They always thought that after that battle, no more fighting, we're done.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Well, so there's no internet.
No
internet, no news. There wasn't even radio.
Well, everyone's normalized. Everyone's normalized to a certain state.
Yeah.
Right? Of being. And then when all these little battles happen, you're like, okay, that was just a battle. It's okay, whatever. Ukraine's on the other side of the world, no problem. Venezuela's a little down the world. Oh, this is just a National Guard, Antifa LARPers. You see what I'm saying? It just starts to just accumulate. Then all of a sudden you're like, I won't say civil war until I see a forces group, an armed force of Antifa members that literally tried, like there's a shootout, sort of like APC with drones, like a drone attack on a immigration, like an ICE unit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some sort of makeshift drone attack.
Like
sniper,
an active battle,
organized.
not an active battle, not just like a shooting. Right.
Where there's like front lines, But I will tell you this, Trump is already, if that ever was to happen, Trump has already got ahead of it. I think whoever is giving him intel, which P heads except, and we'll call him the gang, they know what's up. They're getting ahead of this. He should have done this his first term, but it just wasn't the time to do that. But honestly, I was thinking this kind of the second term was going to look like what the first term should have looked like. because we were already there at that point. Like
Trump too.
You know,
he's not fucking around. Trump
he's not
reloaded.
fucking around.
Trump reloaded.
Yeah, when you get shot at and you dodge a bullet, yeah, you're pretty. You want to find the motherfuckers.
He's got a mandate from God. He's on a mission from God, brother.
Just like the Blues Brothers. Just like the Blues Brothers.
I'm kind of done with this. I got what did we go through? 6 timestamps out of this 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
That was time well spent. Time stamping this. You know, that was some good content. Good content. Do we want to I feel like it's too late because we like film this once a week. It's too late to talk about what happened in Michigan. Or do you want to talk about it or no?
Michigan. What happened in Michigan?
The Mormon church that burned down.
Yeah, and that actually could segue. That could segue hardcore in what I want to talk about with Charlie Kirk and all the conspiracy theories. And actually, we have a little video to go over too.
Okay.
So I mean, it was like now it seems like a speed bump. You know, this that weird
this
weirdo
right here
bombed a Mormon church.
We
ran his
drove
truck into it.
Had like IEDs supposedly. Well, I guess we'll look through it. Okay, I just saved it for the video. Yeah, the whole thing is burning down. Like
Holy
crazy
shit.
visual. Right here. And then what was this? At the scene. Yeah, this was someone at the scene.
Just got here from South America. It's his first week in the U.S. Went to church with his mom.
Yeah, the billowing smoke is crazy.
He got out. From what I'm hearing on the ground, a man drove his vehicle into the church and then started shooting.
Yeah, he drove his truck into it.
And you know, he had American flags on the back, which I guess you know.
I don't know if I got
that visual. That visual always it's kind of weird where it's like, oh, if he had American flags on the back of his truck, well, he was a Republican. We've been there for a while now, but the guy was he's a veteran, Iraq veteran.
Yeah, this is the guy right here.
Yeah.
It's like you look at him and it's like, this is not the guy you would think is shooting up a church, right?
Yeah. Now look. Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. That is a Mormon church.
Yeah.
That is a Mormon church. Now, I will say this segues perfectly into what I want to talk about with Charlie Kirk's assassination.
Okay. We're going straight to that.
There is a conspiracy.
Well, hold on a second. I want to say I have a couple more thoughts on this situation. I have a couple more thoughts.
Okay.
So this started people looking at this event. They're like, oh, well, you know, the Mormons aren't really even Christian. And it's like, bro, you're missing the point here. To the people shooting you up, it don't matter. Yeah. Right? To the people killing you, it don't matter. Oh, well, they're not really Christian. It's more of like a weird offshoot. It don't matter. Right? And I don't know if it ever got, people were speculating that because it was a Mormon church, this guy's probably an ex-Mormon that got like scorned or whatever, but I don't even know if that ever got found out. So
they're not talking about it, and I want to tell you why they're not talking about it.
Well, hold on, I want to get all. If we're going to talk about it, I want to talk about my thoughts on it. So first off, that is not helpful in a group that you're in, where like, oh well, they're not really us. They're not really Christian. It's like that. You're kind of missing the whole fucking point. And then the other thing that was nasty that happened was people were just spreading this around, this picture of him wearing a Trump shirt. And if you look at this, Trump has a carrot sticking out of like his nose. Like it looks like some weird edit. And yeah, this is a fake image. It got shown. No, it's gonna fuck up the way I have my OBS set up. But yeah, it's a weird image.
Cry again. Make liberals cry again. That word right there.
This is a real shirt
to the
you
left
can
of
get.
again.
Yeah, it's make liberals cry again.
Oh, liberals cry.
Yeah, this is a real shirt, but people are pointing out this isn't the original image. This was edited on there. And the little carrot sticking out of Trump's nose makes me think it's probably AI, not a real Photoshop job. And yeah, I was getting spread around like crazy. Because everybody wants to say, oh, well, this guy was on your side, so we're free to blame. Oh, this guy was on your side. He's not our guy. And it's like you're kind of also missing the point. Playing like, oh, well, all right, let's see. Can we blame it on the other side? Then, whatever. Not our problem. Don't matter.
He's obviously a white guy. Yeah.
He's a white guy with a beard, so y'all problem. Yeah, but that's not the point. But so you said this ties into your Charlie Kirk theories.
Yes. So there's a conspiracy going around. Of course, we've talked about overall okay. So go to 641. Don't play it yet. Just go to 641.
Okay. Oh, it might play when I click it. Okay.
Right there. Yeah. Okay. So Okay, so Utah is a big Mormon church. Like that's the founding of the Mormon church.
That's the
Utah.
place. That's the state for Mormonism.
That's the place. Yeah. Now, there has been, so if anything is connected with Zionism or Mossad in Israel, it's connected to Masonry, Freemasons.
Okay, why is that?
Well,
I'm not deep on the lore like you are.
Okay, Freemasons are crypto Jews.
What do you mean by that? What does that mean?
They're secret Jews.
Oh, I thought you meant like they were into crypto and stuff.
No. Well, that's the old word of a crypto, cryptic Jews is maybe I'll say that, cryptic Jews.
All right.
So, well, they're more than that, but that's a whole different thing. So, but here's how people connect the dots. There's a Mormon church 66.6 kilometers away from where Charlie Kirk was killed.
Interesting.
Yep. And of course, you have all that Snake Eyes, that pre-programming.
Snake. Oh, the
Nicolas
movie.
Cage.
Yeah, but
Nicolas Cage is a Mason.
Yeah, but that shit was like he wasn't even. He was 4 years old. Charlie was 4 years old. There's no way they could have.
I know, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of synchronicity. So what I'm trying to say is he could have. We don't know this. I have no idea. They didn't talk about who he was. Maybe they don't not talking about it because he was a Trump supporter. The church killer. The church blower upper guy.
Yeah.
Don't know his name. But the church guy who blew up a Mormon church, who he might have been a Trump supporter, loved Charlie Kirk and wanted to get back at the Mormon church because he thought they had something to do with his murder, his assassination. That's the connection I wanted to make. They might have just silenced it because they didn't want that narrative to get out of control.
Well, but you said
for whatever reason.
The Mormons were aligned with the Mormons. The Masons were lined up with the Jews, but where does the Mormons? The Mormons are tied to the Israel?
The Mormons, yes. Brigham Young and the founder of the Mormon Church was a Freemason. Okay. If you walk into a Mormon church, all you see is Freemasonic allegory and metaphors and symbols, pillars, black and white, checkered floors, beehives. It's a Masonic lodge.
Yeah.
It's just masonry. So there's that connection. There's that, but if
you're saying you think he thought that the Mormons were behind the Charlie Kirk killing is what you're saying.
Well, that is another conspiracy because it's connected to the Zionist Israel doing it because they want to control the narrative of they want America to always be pro-Israel, which I still feel like that's a kind of a weak motive because I already think that they've got Trump, they've got our support to a certain extent.
Yeah.
So I just don't,
because people saying that it's like why? Like they already they didn't need to kill this guy, right? They didn't need to. I
agree.
That.
Now we're gonna get into this video is gonna show that the main narrative is bullshit.
Okay.
Like whatever we're getting, like the official story is garbage. He was shot from behind.
Let's take a look. I was very let's take a look. Let's take a look.
Okay, hold on. Before I play, I gotta give this caveat. This is what we're looking at.
Okay.
So you're gonna see Charlie Kirk, and they're gonna show up. Like there's one frame where you see a bullet in the air, and it kind of hits him from behind, on through his right side, an exit wound from his left, where we saw the blood splat. And then you're gonna see the guy who made the shot and how he acted right when the pandemonium started. He literally has a camera, and that people are saying it's like a CIA, kind of like a CIA gun camera, where it's like a camera, but there's a gun in it, like old school 60s shit.
Yeah.
But so he's got a camera and he's holding it really weird, like he's like this.
Yeah.
So when the shot happens, he just backs up 2 steps and then slowly walks away. It is the weirdest shit, bro.
Okay.
Kind of like the same, the guy that so you don't hear about the guy who so right after this happened, there was a guy in the crowd that pulled his pants down or dropped his drawers and screamed that he had child porn on his phone. Well, that's another guy plant.
Yeah. Well, that guy, so he started yelling that, shoot me, I did it. And then they capture him and say, hey, can we look at your phone? He's like, no. It's like, bro. That's why
I got child porn on it. Like, he did that on. He's just a pat. That was like a patsy on a patsy. Anyway, play this clip now that we know what we're looking at. There's Charlie.
Okay.
Okay. They're going to slow it down for you.
I didn't see anything. Okay, we're going slow.
Keep playing. Keep playing.
I can't.
You'll see it right there. See that? Bullet comes from that direction. Look. You'll see it in one frame. Right there.
No.
Yeah, dude. Keep playing. Keep playing.
No.
Keep playing.
No.
Keep playing.
No, bro.
He gets shot from that side.
Bro, this is spirit orb
Keep playing.
shit. That's not a bullet.
Keep playing.
That is not a bullet.
Keep playing.
It's playing. Okay, so this
guy right here.
Right here.
This is
I'm
the
moving
camera
my mouse.
guy.
Kirk is right here.
Yeah, Kirk is over there.
Is that. Hold on, let me back it up a second, guy. So this is that the same guy?
This is the camera. See, there's a camera poking out right there with the red arrow.
That's the white hat guy that we see in this video, and then that's
right.
there.
That spot. Yeah.
Okay.
See, he makes it. This guy makes a hand sign. He shoot. Now watch this guy. It's tough to see him. Keep playing, please.
Keep playing it. Okay. Does he slow it down again?
Look. He just backs up and walks away. He just backs up. It's so weird. Yeah, they'll show it again. Watch. He turns to his left. The guy in the white hat turns to his left because something came from his left.
Ad. What are these ads? Oh, yeah. It's that thing.
Anyway,
with the
that's
balloon in your nose. No, hold on. I gotta say something here. No. With how low resolution this is at this, hold on. But this thing with the bullet getting caught this is not a bullet getting caught midair. I'm sorry. That's not what the fuck this is.
What the fuck is it?
There's no way with the camera how blurry. Look, you can barely tell his eye. You can barely tell his eyebrow
but it's just
from
a
his
reflection.
Eyebrow from the cheek.
Yeah.
This is There's no way they caught a bullet like this. No, that's not a bullet, bro. No, that's got to be a camera artifact. You're not catching.
That's really not.
You need a high frame rate fucking camera to get a bullet midair. That's not a bullet right there, bro. I'm telling you.
Okay, well, besides that, the camera guy is sus as fuck. The camera guy is sus,
but there's not enough evidence here that said this is a camera gun. There's no this blurry ass Bigfoot fucking video. There's no way you can say that's a CIA.
I've seen a better video. This is not the best video, but I've seen the better video of the. I'm still in belief that he got shot from behind. He didn't get this dude that was on the roof. He's not the shooter. Okay. He's not the shooter, dude. I'm not believing the 30-06 garbage.
This does not convince me.
If I gave you a better video, actually, Jimmy Moore has a better video than this, but.
Send the link, brother. I'll start. You can Google the link. I'm gonna look at this video while you do that. I'm gonna watch this video.
Yeah.
Because when you sent me the video and I opened it up, I was like, "Oh, brother." I just look at this dude. I was like, "Oh, brother, this guy. He's got that for just listeners. He's got the ARs and an AK and shit on his back wall. It's wooden boards. He's jacked with tattoos. He's got like a Bible quote shirt on and a Carhartt hat." And he's
bro, he's America. That motherfucker's America right
imagine, based Jim Bro.
Yeah, dude. I thought the guy's name was Jimmy Moore. Now I can't find the guy's.
Isaiah 53. I want to see what his shirt is saying. Isaiah 53. Sermon on Isaiah. No, I don't want to listen. Where's the quote? There we go. This is long. Yeah, it's long. We're not doing that. Let's watch the video. That's too long.
So, folks, we're going to start playing a game here until the FBI
playing games here.
What is going on with the Charlie Kirk case. And that game is exploring every single possibility on Earth. I've had so many people send me so many different theories, and at first I was like, you know what?
Let's get into the theories.
Screwed this whole thing up for I don't know how long now. Is that fair to say, Cash Patel, or is that going to hurt your feelings, buddy?
Where's the theory?
Because you've
gone in front of Congress. We got Candace. We got Candace mentioned.
This is when I say oddly, I mean
because Candace is behind it. I mean, she's on top of it.
We want to clarify. He's not saying she's behind it. She's on top of it. Very important phraseology. Very important.
Emailed us to say
that's right.
that they knew either of those two individuals, neither the blonde that's with Shaner or the person that is wearing the blue hat that is with Shayner. I said, that's weird. Nobody in the whole wide Candace Owens universe of investigation speaking about a gothic prom. That is where
What
that
the fuck is this
person's
shit?
face comes up, except he's wearing makeup to make him, well, look a little more gothic. Take a look at this.
Okay.
I'm going to show you the side-by-side.
Well, this is something different.
What
So
is
this is not about the
this?
shoot, but it's talk about
Oh,
who
here
the
we go.
real
Here's some
shooter is
more.
now.
When I see the red circles, I know I'm in for a legitimate theory when I see these circles. All the cameras and no images with the shooter with the gun. Okay, so a guy. Okay, so there's a video of this guy walking down the street like a pirate with a stiff leg.
Yeah.
Okay, and someone took the gun. They owned the same gun that he had, and he stuck it in his shirt and in his pants. And you can conceal it like that and walk peg-legged and have that rifle in your shirt and pants. That is possible.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is when he's walking up the stairs. See, hold on. To poke a hole in
And
that, he's
climbing the
supposed to
fucking
look at his
ladder,
leg
yeah.
bent. Okay, the
Yeah.
barrel's not made out of rubber. I guess it could be the other leg, but nah, to walk upstairs, you're gonna have to I don't know, bro. But it is possible, and he was seen walking with a limp, so he could have
Bullshit.
stashed it already. Just to be fair.
Bullshit.
Is this the? Oh, don't tell me we're doing the trapdoor thing, where he dropped down a trapdoor. Don't tell me you're on that conspiracy theory.
No, I don't. No,
Okay.
I don't think that's not a viable
Their
theory.
reaction to a gunshot is not normal. And before everyone watches, I want you to think about it like this. If somebody is just shot on top of this table, I'm going to get down. I'm going to make sure that I am not visible. That way, if they do shoot again, it's got to be through the table and they're guessing where I'm at.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
everybody just kind of looked like they were expecting only one shot. So, in regard to this video, I can't...
Well, you could also write that as they're trying to save dude's life. They're like, fuck it, we're getting on this guy. We're not just going to run away. Especially as security people. You know.
Yeah, I'm still convinced the official story is bullshit, and he was shot from behind somehow.
Okay.
Somehow
Why do
he
you
was
think
shot from
specifically that he was shot from behind? Is that in this video that you sent?
No, because the way the blood splattered, there was no blood behind him.
Yeah.
There was no. That's the biggest thing, and we saw like when we saw it from his left side.
Yeah.
This is mirrored image. So, but you saw it from his left side. It was coming. It's like going that. It's not. That's not an entry wound, dude. That's an exit wound.
Also, you're not mirrored. So, just for your.
Oh, well, I'm mirrored when I look at myself.
Oh,
so
okay.
anyway, but yeah. So it's like, yeah, dude. Like, that's why. And the caliber was a lot smaller. I'll also tell you this though, something to know about the JFK assassination.
All right.
I read many conspiracy books.
I'm sure.
Okay. The shooter on the grassy knoll was not the shooter.
Okay.
The person who shot Kennedy, and it's known because of the Zapruder films, which they censored.
Yeah.
It was the driver that killed Kennedy. It was all he did was he was driving, he turned around, bam, that's it. That's all he did. When you're that close, I'm telling you, like you can get away with that kind of shit. You don't miss when you're that close.
Just a wallet.
Yeah.
And it was the driver who did it.
It was the driver.
So
people
it was
wouldn't
the
have seen
driver.
that though. People
And that
wouldn't have
makes
seen
sense
that,
because
though?
assassinations are close.
Yeah, but
They don't
wouldn't
wanna-
you have seen the driver just turn around and shoot bro in the face?
They did. It was called the Zapruder film. That's why it was, that back then there was no cloud or internet. It was just VHS tape. Or I guess a
well,
beta
it
tape
was
at
Super
that
8,
point.
bro. I thought it was Super 8.
Yeah, Super. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
some kind of fucking.
But there's
tape.
footage of him turning around and shooting JFK in the face.
Yeah, and Jim Mars talks about it, and so does William Cooper talks about it.
But can I pull that video up, or is this like hush hush thing?
I don't think you can find it on YouTube, but there's people who've seen the Zapruder film. That a lot of well-known, like Jim Mars is probably one of the most credited journalist conspiracy theories guys. Passed away a couple years ago, but
I figured if that footage was
Alex-
out there, it would be just like shut case, right? So it's
yeah,
not
it's
even
not.
available.
Yeah, it's not reproduced anywhere. I mean, but.
That's
But,
how
it
they
was
get you, bro. Like, trust me, bro. I've seen the video.
Trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro. I've seen it. He just turns around and shoots dude in the face. Nobody else saw it. I don't know, bro. You gotta
People
understand
saw
I'm
it.
sus about these things.
Like no one saw how Charlie Kirk died.
Everybody saw it, bro. I mean, we didn't see the dude do it. I don't buy the camera thing, or at least that video doesn't prove it. I'm not saying it's not possible.
I
but that video
don't buy
prove
the
nothing.
main story. I don't buy the. I think it was done behind him, closer. Someone behind him killed him.
Do you have a timestamp in this video? Well, hold on, why, before you.
Yeah, I do. I do. I looked it up. It's start at 3:30.
Oh, I fuck with this heavy though. I kind of want to buy this gun here, but this is not fooling nobody.
It looks like a 1970s,
Bro,
like
it's a camera with a gun and a fucking. It's literally got a sling on it. It's for people listening. There's literally a picture of a camera with a big
This is a better
lens
video.
with a pistol grip on the bottom of it and a stock and a sling. Who is this fooling?
Yeah.
This is just a novelty piece. This ain't fooling nobody. All right, where's the?
Yeah.
Oh, this dude's ancient.
Take a
bro.
look.
Where'd you fucking find this guy at?
Jimmy Dore's pretty cool. He's pretty popular.
What's the timestamp?
3:30.
3:30.
Started at 3:30.
Doopa 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 doo. Okay, good. He blurred it for me. Good shit.
Yeah.
Oh, on mute.
So you see that little flash? That's the bullet.
No,
See, that was what we saw.
And here's the guy
But
right here.
that ain't the
They
fucking
say he's
bullet.
got one of these guns.
Even if this did happen, that's not the bullet. Even if this is true, that is not the bullet. 10,000% not the bullet.
and it certainly looks
That's
like
fair.
he might.
He's not agreeing. He's just look how he moves back.
Why would he keep the camera like that? Why would he keep it like that? And
Yeah,
walk backwards?
absolutely.
To get the shot.
Why would he walk backward? Why would he keep it?
He's just being a good cameraman.
down.
He's getting the shot. How many times
No,
have you seen a
he's
video?
not even pointing. He's not even pointing at Kirk anymore. Listen.
How many times
he keeps.
have you seen a video where something horrible happens and the cameraman drops the camera to the floor and goes, "Oh, you want the guy to keep the shot, keep him in frame, bro. He's trying
He
to
doesn't
get the
keep
shot.
the shot. He just lowers his camera.
He's I can see
That's
in the
the thing.
video right here. He's still pointing it at him. I can see it.
They even no, he's not. That's a different camera. That's not that's not no. That's no
Okay.
stable camera.
Okay. Whatever. Do you want me to continue playing, or is that the only part? Because he didn't add anything.
I mean,
new.
we've already seen this. It's the same
This
video.
video
we
because
already
this is literally the exact same video you showed me, but now it's taking up 1/8 of his screen. This is worse footage.
I wasn't sure if it was the same or there was better. Well, it was a better shot of the camera guy walking backwards. That's what I wanted to show a little better. Was the guy? There was a better frame of the camera guy walking
It's
backwards.
the same.
So
footage,
anyway,
brother.
yeah, but you couldn't see. He was off frame when the other one. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, besides who did it, the official story is garbage. From that we know. I'm gonna ask you why.
What?
Why, if this was if this was not like a left-wing guy just wanted him killed because he wanted to impress his tranny boyfriend or whatever, why?
Okay.
What other motive?
So if you're not buying the fact that he's a guy who is dating a transgender and he was scared of Charlie Kirk's rhetoric around trans people and he got radicalized, blah, blah, blah. I can sit here for days, but I'll give you I think the top couple that you could theory craft.
Yeah.
He could have been a right-wing accelerationist who wanted to give the right a reason to go fucking guns out in the street, hunt down libs, start the Civil War type shit. So, boom, right there. Or, basically, really, other than the left-wing, that's really the only reason to do it, other than he was scared of the rhetoric, is either he himself acted alone and he was an accelerationist, or he was working for Israel, people want to say, even though I don't think we really have evidence for that. But you can say, it was Israel to, again, stoke the right. It really any base from which it comes goes to that, where you're trying to bolster right-wing violence. Or give the right the power to enact things like martial law or boots on the ground or things like that. So other than the official narrative, that's the only way to take it, is he was actually operating somehow in the interest of the right by making a false flag. That's really the only other way other than the official narrative that it makes sense to even do this.
I totally agree. I think that did I tell you my theory already?
I think so, but you haven't
thought
told
I
them.
did, but
you haven't told them.
But no, I totally agree. I spitball this in different ways. If it was China or Russia, the only thing, if it was something like that, and they wanted to foment, like help us start a civil war, this kind of doesn't make any sense. I think the FBI would flaunt this around like, oh, but then again, maybe they wouldn't because they don't want to start a world war. I don't know. So that can go either way.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was Russia or China. Israel, yeah, they want to keep American propaganda machine going, being pro-Israel. Everything that Israel does is great, blah blah blah. But Trump has got enough handle on Israel. I feel like I don't see that being a thing. The only thing I can come up with is right accelerationism, not by an individual, but by an intelligence agency.
Yeah.
And that's the scary part. But at the same time, I can play devil's advocate on that. It's like we've already got the consensus. Trump is as most popular as he ever has been.
Yeah.
Why the need for such accelerationism? Is there something we don't see?
Oh, there's another conspiracy theory that I guess Israel was afraid that he was starting to question our allegiance with Israel. And therefore, okay, we've got to get him out because he's going to turn conservatives against Israel.
That's pretty much what the whole propaganda thing I was talking about. Like I feel like no matter what, Israel, I don't know. Like I said, there's maybe metrics that they see that I don't see because I'm just a dude, hanging out on YouTube. But I'm just not seeing how necessary that was. Now, if you were okay, so there is this. The more I see it, I had also a vision the other day where King Charles came out and told Starmer that he should resign. And I was thinking to myself, the King Charles has been this, going to Canada, telling people that they're on, native land and all this fucking shit, just totally virtue signaling, right? If King Charles, if he wants to make sure the monarchy has any kind of place left in England, if he got on top of this and became like if King Charles came out and really like, dude, you know how awesome that would be for English people to like have a king that like backs them? They would lose their minds in ecstasy.
The king, it's just symbolic. From his mind.
But I'm telling you, think about it. Think about the symbolism here. If English patriots who've always had a king and country, and all of a sudden the king is like goes super right wing, bro, they would lose it. Bro, I'm telling you, they would lose it. They have a strong leader that's a king. We have a king and he's the man. Are you kidding me? They would fucking lose their minds, dude. Now, I would say this, it would be half-hearted. Like, I think I would see through the BS. He's just riding the coattails of whatever. But I really honestly think, and I think it's more obvious in somewhere like England, that all this stuff that was against the right for so long, like the cops going after the right and going to their house if they tweeted something wrong or all this garbage, this was all just to invoke a response out of the right. I think, strangely enough, now, of course, problem, reaction, solution, it doesn't matter what side wins as long as you control the surveillance state and the police state. No matter what side wins, you don't really care. But I really think there is an international intelligence operation to sort of seize back West Wing fundamentalism again. And you have to stoke the right to move. Right? And I think that Charlie Kirk could have been just throwing that just on a macro level, not necessarily what was like why is still more important than what or how. So if the narrative is false, that means it wasn't a lone gunman. That means it was organized, more than likely by intelligence operation, as an accelerationist movement to, again, put more right-wing agenda through. I mean, we are putting National Guard troops in cities. We already kind of have, like, we don't have a big resistance to it. Which, I mean, when I've
talked to you about this before. When I was like a kid during the Obama years, the conspiracy theory was always this was what the left was going to do. That Obama was going to or the current administration of that time is going to have a false flag, and they're going to use that to put boots on the ground to round up the Christians and the whites and shit. That was the conspiracy theory. Now we've got Trump in, and now that's the conspiracy theory the other way, that they're doing this to go after the left, the anti-fascists, the Antifa.
Which
it's
I agree, and I think that it's not that my thing is we were invaded. We had 12 million people that just came over our fucking border. 12 million plus people that just came over our border and sap off the American tax dollars.
Well,
this is necessary.
We let them in, Dar. So is that an invasion?
I know we let them in. Biden let them in.
Just like Jan 6. We opened the doors up. That's not no invasion.
Yeah.
Just like Jan 6, bro.
Yeah. But being that said, I don't think the acceleration was necessary.
Yes, that's
we
what
already
I don't
had
know.
consensus.
I feel like I don't really know enough.
But that's the only plausible thing that I can come up with.
I'm gonna say for me the jury's still
and
out.
And I'm still not even sold on it.
I'm sus on the official story as always. So I'm suspicious of the official story, but this right here is not enough to convince me. The grainy footage of the camera gun and it's a bullet in midair. That's some fucking spirit orb bullshit to me, and I can't even see that. This could be Jabba the Hutt with a fucking big ass stogie coming out of his mouth. I can't even tell what the fuck this is, bro. Okay, there's 100 phones in the area, high quality cameras, and all we still got is 140p bullshit footage. So
that's a good point.
What the fuck? So on that note, we're gonna call episode 21. We're about to film a B-side for you. We're gonna do our bonus content. And
bonus.
Until next time, fellas.
Stay rummed, stay dumb.
Catch you on Wednesday, suckers. Peace. Boom. Side one done.
Boom. All right. You want me to stop and go?